Shalom. Shalom, Yeshua. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachach. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham, 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessings be unto your households. It's your brother Gadal from Great Millstone Dallas Branch, and this quick lesson is going to get to you. Woe to you that's lost patience. That's it. Now, woe to you that lost patience. Sirach 2 and 14. Yeah, as it says, woe to you that has lost patience. For what shall ye do when the Lord shall visit you? Right? And where patience goes into, sufferings, willing to bear sufferings, adversity, enduring. Right? Because right now you have to be patient, aka wait on Yahweh Shem Shah to return. And it's not a fun process, right? Because in the midst of you waiting, you're suffering down here, right? You're suffering because of what? This place is just overloaded with wickedness. Everywhere you look, it's just wicked, Like brothers say many times, man, we are as Lot, vexed with the daily conversation of the wicked. Okay, so it's like every day, man, like it's just wickedness, bro, and it's like at your fingertips on top of that. So it's so easy to go off. That's why you go off without even trying. Which sucks, but we got the wicked and rule, the base of all men, the borderline of wickedness, right? And what's the point of you going back into the world anyway, man? You go back into the world for what? To suffer some more, right? You think you're gonna be just straight up bawling once you fall out the truth? Nah. Now, give or take, there has been people that fell out the truth, and then they come up, get a little come up or whatnot. But we understand that's ultimately to their detriment. So the Lord be like, you know what? Go ahead, get your little Bugatti or whatever you want, whatever the fuck you want. I don't even know if the Lord allowed you to get that. He probably should allow you to get you a new Mercedes or something. I don't know. Whatever the Lord allows you to get when you fall out the truth. Because when you fall out the truth, hey, now you're Satan's. Satan is now, you are now Satan's play toy. Right? And now you're considered worse than the 2/3. But people don't consider these things when they fall out the truth. They just get tired of going through the suffering through the ministry, sacrificing constantly their time, their energy, whatever else it may be, they gotta sacrifice. That's the only thing they think about. Ultimately, just being fucking selfish, right? That's why it's woe unto you when you do lose patience, because you lost patience and you chose to go back to your vomit. The scripture says, as a fool that returned it back to his, a dog that returned back to his vomit is as a fool that returns it back to his folly. All right, so it's like, man, like, come on, bro, you was enlightened with this truth. That's why it goes into it in the book of Hebrews, how, like, if you was once enlightened, you cannot be enlightened again. Right? You tasted this truth, man, and you said it wasn't enough on that woman shit. It's just nothing's never fucking enough for you. Right? That's why it's woe. That's why destruction onto you, man. Because you lose patience, you get tired of suffering. It's like I said, bro, people think, just because you fall out the truth, okay, it's all ups from there. Nah, bro, you still gonna suffer. You still gotta pay your bills, you still gotta pay taxes, you still gotta go work for Esau. Right? The only difference is that you just got a little bit more time on your hands now, because that time you had, you're not going to the Lord. God damn it, man. What the fuck was that? It's like, man, I just ran over something. I don't know what it was. We're willing to mess up my car. But yeah, man, we in fucking hell, man. Gotta worry about the goddamn car and shit. Like, damn, man, You want to be in this shit? You want to go back to this? You want to make this your consolation? Even though it's already failing? Right? And it's only going to get worse. Right? As of right now, you know, we just kind of chilling. If I'm not mistaken, you know, Trump put a hold on these tariffs. That's really, actually, yeah, he put a hold on the tariffs. That's why you see these gas prices going down. Right? But once he take it off, guess what? It's going to shoot right back up. Like, it's going to shoot right back up, man. And, yeah, bro, but yeah, bro, like, you know, for the people that fall out truth, really just shows how they really honestly never knew the truth, right? They probably just wanted the brotherhood or whatever they wanted, try to get some more money, trying to come up, or however, whatever they fucked up wanted, you know? Because, I mean, actually, you know, you can't deny that the Lord had the Spirit on him at some point. You know, the Lord just took his Spirit back, you know, the house of Saul, right? Because he had the Spirit on him at one point. The Lord took his shit back. That's when he started going off and just going crazy. Right? So yeah, man, it's just like, damn. We just gotta, you know, ultimately, you just gotta get out of here, bro. Right? But you gotta suffer. You gotta continue to serve. As it says in Matthew 24 chapter, man, you know, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved, man. So you gotta continue to endure the trials, tribulations, misfortunes, shortcomings, all of it. Ultimately, you know, you're not gonna do a half-ass job and think you're gonna get a reward still. Well, actually, you are going to get a reward. All right, you're gonna get a half-ass job reward, which is not salvation, but destruction. All right. And, you know, Scripture also goes into that you have need of patience, man. So these sufferings that we go through ultimately are needed. Hebrews 2nd chapter, chapter 2 and verse 10, man. You know, for the captain of our salvation was made perfect through the sufferings. Right? Who's the captain of our salvation? Yahushua, bro. He was made perfect through the sufferings, aka complete, through the sufferings he had went to. If we like to call his disciples, guess what? It's going to work the exact same way for us. So we have need of these sufferings that we got to go through. You know? And don't get me wrong, it sucks. Hebrews the 12th chapter, no chastisement seems to be joyous but grievous, man. Right? So, like, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. Right? We want the Lord to come back. We was ready since yesterday. We want the Lord to come back, man. We want him to come save us. We want to be changed, but we on his program, man. So we got to wait on him, right? Wait till Yahushua rise up to the plate. We got to wait, aka be patient, suffer here, right? You know, Scripture goes to occupy till he comes. So, you know, we got to stay busy. Got to continue we got to go to work, do what you got to do to survive, and serve Yahweh B'Shem Shah. Right? Simple as that. So yeah, man, it's gonna be destruction to you people that just decided to give up being a quitter. Because what you are, ultimately, you're a fucking quitter. You said it was too much for me and I just can't do it no more. Because you're a fucking loser, man. Well, you're a quitter. I'll just leave it like that, because you know, Elder Yatazaki says all the time, if you're an Israelite, even if you want to be a loser, you're not going to be a loser, because you're going to get the kingdom of heaven. You're just not going to make it on this side. That's it. You know? But yeah, man, anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I mean it out by saying Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yeshua.